What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the best lenses for sports photography to up your sports photography game. So I got a couple of my lenses right here. We're going to be talking about why I like them, what lenses I'd recommend for certain sports, and what's been working for me. So right off the bat, why do you need lenses that work for sports photography? Well, this lens, for instance, is for long distance sports that are pretty far away. So I'm talking like baseball, soccer, football, where you're kind of on the sideline shooting all the way across the field, and you need the 1:400, which is what this is, to get up close to that action and to get those emotions. Then I also have a lens like this, which is a nifty 50, the f1.8, which I use for basketball photography because the gym that I shoot in is super dark. I also have the 24-70 on here right now, which is what I'm shooting on, but this lens gets really sharp, clean photos in that dark light. So super important to have those right lenses to get them in the certain circumstances that you're using them. So this one, I've got a ton of great football photos, track, which I've been recently shooting, baseball, soccer, what else have I shot with it? Surfing, stuff like that. You're pretty far away. This lens is a monster for it. I don't have the 70-200, which I do really want. The f2.8 is insane, and you can also use that for indoor sports photography, which is really good for getting up close to the action. You could use that for almost anything, to be honest, except when the subject is really far away, and that's why this 1:400 is nice, because it kind of gets that whole range for me in a budget-friendly option. This is the EF mount, so that's why I have the adapter to the RF, because I shoot on the R5. So definitely you don't always need to buy the newest lenses either. As long as you buy a good lens, this thing will last you for a long time. Like, I've had this lens now for like, I think it's been 7 or 8 years, which is pretty crazy to me. But then I shot it with the 70D before this, got an adapter, still been shooting with it, and the photos have still come out amazing every time. So you don't always have to drop, like, this lens now is like, I think it's $3,000 or $4,000, which is just crazy. And I just couldn't even imagine spending that on one lens when you already have a lens that works. So just get the adapter. I was a little bit like worried that it wouldn't look as good or sharp, but to me, I can't even tell the difference, to be honest. It looks amazing. But obviously, if you're making a ton of money and you do need those sharp photos, definitely upgrade to the RF. But if you're on that budget-friendly option, this is definitely the way to go for almost every sports photography option. And then the RF 50 nifty 50 is amazing too, and I use this for more like portrait shots, up close in the gym in like dark situations, and this has just been amazing for me. This thing is such a wide aperture, and if you're shooting in a dark gym or a dark place, it is so hard to get that right lighting when you have a lens like this, because this lens is 4.5 to 5.6 aperture, and getting like, I don't even think they make any of these in the f2.8, at least that are the big zooms. So you'd have to get like a 300 prime, which is like probably like $5,000. I do know that they just came out with a couple of those, but yeah, it just gets into a crazy price range when you're shooting that. So having these small primes that work good for portraits and for that good lighting, even though it does make it tough, obviously, because you can't zoom in and out, which is why I do use the 24-70 sometimes for those circumstances where I'm really not trying to miss those shots. But if I'm trying to get a certain shot, I'll just throw this on and kind of sit there waiting for that moment, because the prime lenses do get better photos, less glass, and the photos just come out a lot sharper. And for this, like, I think I got this for $150. And it was on sale, normally like $200, and it's a f1.8. So this is really one of the best like cheap lenses that everyone should really have. It gets amazing photos for those portraits, for those sports photography, when they're in the huddle, everything. This one is definitely the move. You can kind of throw it around. I'll do that with some of the guys that I shoot with. So definitely recommend Nifty 50, but obviously, if you're gonna be shooting a lot of faraway sports, you need something that's at least a 70-200, and I would recommend having something like this. This is a 1:400, but having something in that longer like range can give you so many more options when you're shooting big sports, when you're across the field and getting that emotion from across the field, because usually you can't move all over the field and you kind of have to sit at like one end or the other, or for like track meets you have to be off on one side. So having this lens really opens up a lot of opportunities and can let you be super creative with the shots that you're getting. And then there's also the wide angle lenses. The 24-70 is the widest that I have. And this one I've gotten a ton of great shots when there's a ton of fans, and maybe this player's like standing next to these fans, or they're celebrating, and then you want the whole stadium behind them or the whole gym. So that's also a great shot and has been used, actually, a couple of them on a lot of websites and stuff that I've shot with. So that's also a great one, and I would definitely recommend having those options and trying them out to see what kind of style you like, because I've tried shooting with so many lenses. Like, these are the lenses that I shoot with the R5 because I recently got it and I don't have a ton of lenses, but with my Canon 70D I would like ask friends to borrow their lenses, ask to borrow the 35mm, 24, all that stuff, and just go out and shoot and try to see what works best for you, your style. And overall, don't spend a ton of money on these like insane lenses that are like 5 to 10 grand, unless obviously this is your main job, because lenses like this, probably like $1,000 now on eBay or something used, will really get the job done and still can get some great photos. So I would definitely recommend that. And yeah, that's it. Just wanted to kind of talk about the lenses that I'm using for sports photography and what's been really helping me and what you should look for in your lenses. So thanks for watching, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe for more videos, and share this one as well with your friends. Thanks for watching. See you next video.